In the UK, Prince William and his brother Prince Harry have accused the BBC of contributing to their mother's death after it was revealed that it covered up the truth about its reporter, who forged documents to interview their mother, Princess Diana. An independent investigation into how Princess Diana was persuaded to give the interview, which aired on the BBC's Panorama program in 1995, has been completed. On the 18th of November 2020, the BBC's Board of Trustees requested that the allegations be dealt with in an independent inquiry chaired by former Chief Justice Lord Dyson. According to Dyson's investigation, BBC reporter Martin Bashir produced fake bank statements showing that the royal family had paid some people to watch the princess and showed them to both Diana and her brother Charles Spencer. Thus, Bashir gained the trust of Diana and her brother and took the interview, while Tony Hall, the former BBC Director General, who was the news director at the time, covered up the incident. The text of the inquiry pointed out that the internal investigation led by Hall at the time called Bashir an honest and honorable man, but did not take into account the reporter's serious and unexplained lies. It said it could not conclude that Bashir was honest, and rejected the BBC's claim that there was no cover-up of the incident. BBC Director General Tim Davie, who made a statement after the report, stated that it was clear that the interview from Princess Diana fell far short of the standards expected by the audience, and said, "We are very sorry for this." Davie said the BBC should have made more of an effort to fully investigate what happened at the time and be more transparent about what it knew. In a letter to Prince Charles, Davie also apologized for Bashir's egregious and untrue allegations about the prince, staff and other members of the royal family. Meanwhile, Martin Bashir, who gained great fame thanks to the interview, resigned. Before the report was published, Bashir said the forged documents were an act he deeply regretted, but argued that they had no influence on Diana's decision to give an interview. Princess Diana's son, Prince William, also commented on the report, saying Bashir's trickery to obtain the interview greatly influenced what his mother said in the interview. "The interview made my parents' relationship worse, and has hurt countless people since," William said, adding that it was an indescribable sadness to know that the BBC's shortcomings in the internal investigation had contributed significantly to the fear, paranoia and isolation his mother experienced in her final years. The prince said that if the BBC had properly investigated the complaints that were first raised in 1995, it would have understood that his mother, who died in August 1997, had been deceived, which deeply upset him. Prince Harry said, "Our mother was an incredible woman who dedicated her life to serving people. He was resilient, courageous, and unquestionably honest. The ripple effect of a culture of exploitation and unethical practices ultimately took his life," he said. The Panorama interview in 1995 was a big dodge news for the BBC. Never before has a prominent member of the British royal family made such candid confessions about the royal family and his own private life. Princess Diana famously used the phrase, "There are three of us in this marriage" in the interview and said, he said that his wife Prince Charles' relationship with Camilla Parker Bowles, the Duchess of Cornwall, who is now his wife, shook his faith and trust in him. He also had an affair. He had psychological problems, such as bulimia and self-harm. Prince Charles may not be able to adapt to this task if he became king. He said that those who worked for Prince Charles were waging a war against him. 20 million people watched the Panorama program, and the UK agenda took it by storm. Soon after, Queen Elizabeth II sent a letter to her son Prince Charles and Princess Diana, asking them to divorce.